is our next Mint Mobile call.
Hey, John and crew. This is James from Tennessee calling. So my question is about She-Hulk. Everyone seems to think the leader is after Jen's blood, but I'm thinking maybe it could be AIM. We haven't really seen them since Iron Man 3, and maybe this could be a way to bring Modok into the MCU. Maybe I'm just, running up the wrong tree, but what do you guys think? Thanks, and as always, bring on the filthy.
Oh, thanks, James. All right. So in this latest episode of She-Hulk, there was a wedding and not much else happened. But we still don't know who's after her blood. At the very end of the episode, obviously, they start queuing up some other more intense needles to get that blood taken. We know that people are under surveillance. So could it be the leader? Could it be AIM? AIM would be a really, really interesting choice here. Rob, can you fill people in about the comic origins?
Well, it's an interesting callback.
Yeah.
I mean, AIM, what is it? What does the acronym stand for? It's
Advanced Idea Machine?
Yeah, advanced. Yes, something like that. I think it's actually changed.
Probably.
The acronym has changed. But I mean, whether they could combine those two things too. And like we did see, I mean, Justin Hammer, would they bring back him? I don't know. Would Sam Rockwell come back to the Marvel
I wish he would.
universe? I mean, I could see them.
Here, baby.
I just don't think that She-Hulk, I mean, the leader, it's funny because you bring the leader back from the Incredible Hulk, which I've always thought of the Incredible Hulk as Marvel Cinematic Universe adjacent because of the switching cast. But obviously Thunderbolt Ross was great. And I mean, they could bring AIM back. I don't know how, because if they do that, I would think that they're probably, if they're going to set up the leader, we might in New World Order, whatever that's going to be. I could see this leading into something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
My only issue with it being AIM is I always associate that more comic book wise, and I obviously know the movies are different than the comic books, but that's more of a Modok thing.
Right.
And while I would love to get Modok in live action, because what a weird friggin' bad guy. I love this character. And I actually really, really love Patton Oswalt's show of Modok. I think it's so fun. But I associate that more with AIM than the leader or with Justin Hammer, but I know that's how the movies
I totally agree though. I mean, and the thing about it is, it's like if any show could introduce Modok, it would be She-Hulk.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the weird zany stuff I want. I think Modok would be a great fit in this show.
But would Modok be too weird for the MCU now? To see Modok, and especially after Patton Oswalt's show, which I think has ended.
It did.
Yeah. It's over.
Yeah.
It's canceled.
Yeah.
But to bring Modok into the MCU, I mean, after what they did in Loki, I thought that strained credulity. It pushed the edges of the MCU almost to the breaking point in terms of the wacky reality that it's dealing with. I mean, do you want to go that far? They did go that far. So maybe it's Modok's time. But I think you got to cast a great actor to play Modok.
This is true.
And we haven't heard that they've done such a thing. I mean, there you go.
His weird.
Are we going to bring that into She-Hulk?
I can't picture it.
It's a little too weird.
No.
I think it's too far.
I'd agree, and I feel like it would feel a little left field, and we already have kind of enough threads in this show that we haven't gotten to yet with 3 episodes left. It's like we still got to do Daredevil. We still got to figure all this out. So I feel like it's going to kind of be the easiest answer.
Yeah.
And this doesn't feel like the easiest answer to me.
What's the easiest answer to you right now?
I guess the leader.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Does anyone think Titania is doing anything on a bigger scale here?
I did, and now I feel like they kind of have shown her hand pretty fully, and it was a little underwhelming.
Okay.
I'm a little disappointed, actually. I still don't understand how she wound up at this wedding.
She dated a guy who's friends with the groom, and
that seemed a little random.
Well, I took it as she sought out somebody to get an invite to screw with Jen.
And Lulu seems real superficial, and I'm sure was really stoked that an influencer of her caliber would be at her wedding.
But if Titania why not just, I don't know, pick a fight in the street somewhere?
Because the writer said so.
Because this is why it
You're
happened.
right. I can't argue with that.
All right.
Writer.
But it would be interesting to see Modok if it was him. I always thought that character in Marvel versus Capcom, I forgot which one, I always picked him just because he looked funny. I mean, I don't know nothing of the character, but I always just found it amusing the way he looks. And I'm not trying to diss anyone that looks like him, but but I just found it that him flying around like it reminded me of Krang from,
Oh,
from a
absolutely.
Ninja Turtle.
Are you a Modokist?
No, I love Modok, but I have
Just checking.
I don't know anything
It's either
about him.
mental or mobile. What is the acronym for it? I always forget this because it's been mental, mobilized, or mechanical, I think, all three. And then organism designed only for death and killing?
Something, yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Welcome to the
So I'm not
Friday
really
show.
sure
It's just
how
us trying to think of acronyms for
Either
2
way,
hours.
We know
is
that
this
Ray,
good content?
Yeah.
Ray's
But I have
prejudice
it.
against Modok.
And people scream in the chat.
Modok, bro.
MODOK stands for Mental Mobile Mechanized Organism Designed Only for Killing.
Okay. I got there eventually. Circle gets a square. Self 5.
Well, that's actually half our population.
All right. But I think it'd be cool if we brought Modok in, and I think that's the kind of weird this show needs, but maybe we should have followed some of those other threads or introduced more of that weird at the beginning.
Yeah.
Question is up for you, though, guys. Do you think AIM could be after Jennifer Walters' blood? Let us know what you think in the comments down below.
We want to take a second and thank a sponsor of this video, MeUndies. Luckily, we here at the John Campea Show work with MeUndies, makers of the most buttery, soft, and sustainable undies, bralettes, and socks that exist. Like many of you guys, I have spent my entire life wearing completely useless and uncomfortable underwear. And it wasn't until the good folks at MeUndies sent me my first couple of pairs that I realized I have not been living my life to the fullest. Now I wear MeUndies every single day, and it makes my whole day a hell of a lot more comfortable. Guaranteed to be the softest stuff you've ever felt in your life. Their signature micro-modal fabric is sustainable, breathable, and stretchy as heck. Available in sizes extra small to 4XL, they have new colors and prints dropping weekly, so there's always something exciting to check out. Try their free-to-join membership for free shipping on every order and exclusive perks, like an item shipped to your door every month, secret sales, and early access to their newest stuff. MeUndies has a great offer for the John Campea Show audience. For any first-time purchasers, you get 20% off plus free shipping and returns. So to get 20% off your first order, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/Campea. That's MeUndies.com/Campea.